Hi everybody, welcome to Reality Part TV where we talk about all things reality TV shows and all things reality TV show stars. So listen you guys, we are going to talk a little bit about the Bala family, the show, what's happening outside of the show. And I had spoken about the story yesterday on my other channel, but I feel like the mistake I make sometimes is to assume that everybody that watches this channel watches the other channel. Well, it does not make sense for you to be watching this channel and not that. It's like liking my one house, but you don't like the other house. What's wrong with my other house? Okay, so subscribe to all the channels. But we are going to talk about that big house that Zwai and Pinky was trying to get the family to buy for Mama. Okay, we're going to talk about what's happening with that. But before we do that, I have done the full review of Umnawetu last night's episode. It's actually converting here. You know when you do the edit on InShot, I don't know why it's taking so long. It usually doesn't take this long. And it might come late only because the Wi-Fi at work recently it's very slow. I think they're doing the maintenance or something. So it's like my Wi-Fi at home is actually more faster than the one here. So I don't know, but I'm going to try and upload it immediately when it's done. And yeah, so you're going to get that full review today. Now, you guys, I have said that those that are interested in the reunion of the Mommy Club, guys, please don't go watch. Okay, like I've said, because I've never seen a show that is boring, but the reunion is so exciting. Okay, so now we are waiting to watch part 2 of the reunion, because they did say it was part 1, the one that we watched last week. So now, you guys, let's talk about what's happening with the Bala family. Now, one of the biggest storyline at the beginning of the season, it was one of those storylines that was like a big storyline in the beginning, but it just faded away. And they didn't take the time from the show to actually update us as to what was happening with that storyline. So one of the big storylines on the show this season was that Zwai and Pinky had made a decision. And I said they had made a decision, but they didn't, because they didn't consult the others. They came with the decision to the others. And they said that, listen, it's about time that we build Ikaya, you know. And it was complicated because in the beginning we were not understanding, are they building the Bala home? Are they building Ikaya lago malume? Are they building, or are they just buying their mom a house and their mom will decide what's iguphi lapho? Okay, because Mama is a message draft. Did you hear her? Well, in message draft, like she told them off. Now, the updates, you guys, if you go on Drum Magazine, you will find an article there that has been written. The magazine Drama, no, it's Bona Magazine, that has been written, and they've spoken to Zwai about the show, about doing the show, you know, how he relates to his siblings. And he seems to not be bothered by all of the backlash that he has been getting for the way that he relates to the siblings. Because a lot of people have been saying that he is a bully to his own family. I agree. Okay, other people don't, but I agree that he is a bully. Not only does he bully his siblings, but he bullies his mom, his own mom. We saw it in this last episode. So now they talk about that, and he says he's not bothered by it. He does not think that he is a bully. I do think, you guys, that it is unfortunate if you do a reality show and you have to watch yourself back in a way that you relate to your family, and you don't walk out saying, maybe there are things that I need to change for all of them. For all of them. You know, I hope that I hope Pelo watches himself and, you know, feels that, because obviously he's got things to change. I hope that Pinky watches herself. You know, I hope Jen does the same. I hope Loiso does the same. I think Mama does the same. And also, but obviously we don't know how those people feel because the article is about Zwai, and Zwai is saying is feeling none of that. He's not feeling that pressure of just because people are pointing out things that are wrong in terms of how he treats his family. He's not feeling the pressure to change anything. He says, listen, this is how things are. Okay. Ndimi nkulu. Sasha inkulu. Ndimi nkulu, guys. I can't wait for Christmas so that I can say to my sister, uwe inkulu yalapha. I just want to be trouble. I can't wait for us to be together, all of us. And then when she doesn't want to do something, it's uwe inkulu yalapha, uwe inkulu, uwe inkulu yalapha. So, so yes, you guys, he's not feeling any of that. And honestly, you guys, because he's the one that initiated the whole thing of doing a reality show, I think he was ready. I think he knew, he knew that it wasn't going to be all positive. So he must have been ready for it. But also, I feel like that also makes me feel like a little bit of it was exaggerated from his part because he knows that, we're producing a show here. So it has to have, we can't be like all boring. Now, here's the issue of the house. Remember, they were going to get the house. Our biggest issue with Zwai and Pinky was that they were trying to get Uloyiso to be the one to commit to the bond, okay? Because they said he was the one that had the pay slip, okay? And there was a big storyline where Lois was like, how am I going to do that? Lois was not saying he does not want to do it. He was saying it's too much because I still want to be able to buy my own home in the future. So it ended up, I think they mentioned it in one episode where I just mentioned it in passing that, we ended up getting the house and all of that. So they had gone and viewed the house as a family, liked the house. It was big, and I was thinking, the whole time I felt like Zwai really wanted to get a house where Pinky could stay because I believe that is he in Cape Town or Johannesburg? But it's not like, he was going to stay there full time. It sounded like really the home is for Pinky. So he mentioned in passing that he was going to move forward with signing the offer to purchase and all of that, but the siblings had not agreed on it. So after that storyline just died, okay? They didn't wrap it up nicely for us, like wrap it up so we like have that final meeting. Zoe presented to say, we've got the house, we decided to move forward without the others. They didn't. But in this article, he does say that he did end up buying the house. Pinky lives in the house, okay? Which is what all of us thought anyways, okay? And Mama doesn't live in the house, and he does say that the house does not belong. We are Mama, which I think is good because Mama does have that house where she lives, and she's comfortable there, and she moved on to fix the house. Well, I think Mama understands her kids. She was like, this idea is going to be trouble for me. So she had moved on to fix the house where she lives. So Zwai says that they bought the house, Pinky lives in the house, he also lives in the house when he's there. And he says, I guess all members of the family are welcome to visit the house. Even Mama is welcome to visit the house, but that is not Mama's house. He's very clear to say that because Mama said she does not want it. Fellow Mama, her question was, the house is so big, who am I going to live there with? Also, I'm not used to that, those surroundings there. I don't know any neighbors. Any tuck shop owner. I don't have a church. The things that our mothers want around them. Okay, when I don't even know the neighbors. So yes, you guys. So they ended up buying the house. And there are people that are saying it was never really a thing that Zwai wanted Uloyiso to pay for the house or to take the bond. They just did that for TV. Zwai was always going to buy the house. And in reality TV, you guys, that is possible. But that makes me feel like then he really wanted Loiso to look bad for no reason then. Because the whole thing was for Loiso to decide, does he take this bond to pay for this house? And obviously, Loiso was always going to say no to that because the price was too high and he has his own family to take care of. So if the whole thing of them trying to get Loiso to buy the house was a lie for the reality TV show, they were always going to buy the house. Zwai was always going to buy that house just for Opinki and his kids. Then why would you go through all of that just to try and make your brother look bad for saying no to paying for the bond? And also, why would you go through all of that to make your mother look bad for saying no to the house? Because mother had to say, hey guys, no, you know what I mean? So I feel like Uzwai has a plan for this reality show, but everybody else is like getting surprises when he's the one that knows what's about to happen. So yes, you guys, but yes, the house issue, because it was giving me anxiety. I could just imagine Louise saying yes to paying the bond, but Jen was not about to have that, you guys. So yes, anyway, listen, it doesn't, from the article, because it sounds like in writing the article they spoke to him, it doesn't look like relationships have changed. And he clarifies the same thing when it comes to Pelo. He says that Pelo is not a Bala in his ID book. There's never been a Bala in the ID book. I think they mentioned that in the first season. So when they are saying they're taking the cinema away, they are saying he mustn't use it for business. So he mustn't perform as a Pelo Bala. He must perform as Pelo, with his own surname. I just feel like it doesn't make a difference. If you're taking it away, you're still taking it away. But that's how he explains it. Okay. So yes, you guys, tell me what you think about this in the comment section. Do you think that there was really a plan for Mama to be bought that house? Also, I just wanted that. He was always going to buy that house for himself and let Pinky live in it. Okay. But I do wonder, guys, how will, but after we've seen Zwai Utunjani, how it's like as a sister to live with him. Guys. But then how is Pinky not having Imali to buy her own house or get her own place? Because she's also doing the show, and also she went back to performing with the family. Isn't she making? I wouldn't be able to do it. Oh, I wouldn't. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Tell me what you think about this whole thing in the comment section. Like the video before gonna share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Again, it's hand.